Aftermarket accessories. Many people have different opinions about them. Some would say it improved the looks of their vehicle, and sometimes an aftermarket accessory would do the exact opposite. But aside from looks and appearance, what you really should consider is who's doing the install. Depending on if it's just an aftermarket bulb, you don't have to worry about it. If it's just some aftermarket door handles, front bumper grill, those things are fine. But when you start getting into the roof racks, especially when it has access to the inside of the vehicle and the bolts are going through the roof and it can actually make its way inside the car, then you're talking about potential water getting in there and you can run into a whole bunch of issues. That's what I want to show you guys in this video. Customer who went and got their roof rack installed, they ended up costing them big. Now, you don't always have to buy the Toyota. I'm not saying to always buy the Toyota accessories. Me personally, I prefer the Toyota, but the customer wanted a roof rack that can hold more weight. And I guess the roof rack that Toyota provided capped off at a certain weight capacity. So they wanted to increase that weight capacity because of the items they were, tying up there. So they went with an aftermarket roof rack, went to go install it at another facility, and they did such a poor job. Why don't you guys take a look and see? This is the 2021 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. Let's take a look at the roof rack that we're talking about here. Just from the looks of it, you can already tell, it's just a bad job all the way around. Now, I just want you to imagine this is your vehicle. Let me know if you guys would be satisfied with this job. Those nuts you see laying on top of the headliner, we didn't remove those. When we dropped the headliner, those nuts were already sitting there from the previous roof rack installation. Let's go inside the front driver floor. That you see on the floorboard, that is mold growing inside the car from the water leak. Let's get an overhead view. Look at that. That's how it looks when it's complete. They kind of patched it up with some tape to cover up the holes that's there. And let's look inside and see what else they did. It looked like they applied some kind of sealant to help keep water out or whatever. And that nut you see hanging on the curtain shield airbag, I didn't put that there either. That's when they loosen up the factory roof rails. Those nuts probably fell down. They didn't even bother removing them. That trail you guys see above that headliner there, that's where the water was making its way inside the vehicle and landing on the driver's front floor. And that white stuff you guys see on the floorboard, at Toyota, we call that organic growth. In other words, it's pretty much mold, guys. The other floorboards, they look pretty clean. So it means that whatever they did with the other roof rack, the bolts, the sealant, whatever adhesive they put may have worked properly for the other side. But that driver's front floorboard, man, that thing is covered in mold. But it doesn't stop with just that mold. Let's take a look at our electrical connectors. All from that roof rack installation, guys. Can you believe it? So now the terminals are damaged and corroded. You can see the water trail that it left behind. Nothing we can do with the connectors now. The only way to fix this is to replace the harness. So it's going to be most likely a dash harness from the looks of it. It's going to route all the way inside the dash. So the dash going to have to come out. And the harness also runs along the floorboard. A job like this, we're going to have to get the insurance company involved. Look at those nuts there, guys. You would think I'm the one that loosened those nuts up, but no, they were already sitting on top of the headliner. So the previous shop didn't even bother letting the customer know, hey, man, I may have loosened those nuts from inside and they fell down on top of your headliner and I'm sorry about it. But no, they just let them sit there. Give you guys an overhead view again. Look at that. Nothing to cover up the rest of the roof trim. Just an overall bad job altogether, guys. Let me know, would you be happy with this roof rack installation if this was your vehicle? As you can see, all this could have been avoided. And even from the beginning, you could tell that it was poorly done. I'm not sure if the customer did it themselves. I don't want to question it, but they said an outside facility. But me, in my opinion, there's no way I would have paid for somebody to do a job like that. And you could clearly see the roof rack is not installed professionally. Sometimes we all just want to save a few pennies. So we go to somebody who we think can do it cheaper, but cheap isn't always good. You know, they say you get what you pay for. So sometimes you can save a few pennies depending on what it is. But with your vehicle, your health, those are two things. Your home, you don't want to cut corners on that. You don't want to try to save a penny. You want to make sure you get good quality work, good quality repair, installation, especially if it's a vehicle you're going to be hitting the roads with your kids and families. You want to make sure everything is installed correctly, torque to manufacturer spec, and most importantly, you're not getting water inside your vehicle, ruining your harness. So just another informative video for you guys. If you find it informative in any way, hit the like and subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.